Here are 5 signs you're stuck in your career. And I need to tell you something up front. Most of them do not look like stuckness. They look like professionalism. They look like patience. They look like playing the long game. And that's what makes this dangerous. Because the leaders who are most stuck are usually the ones who look the most together. From the outside, the title's right, the compensation is solid, the reviews are strong, but privately, something has been off for a while. And they keep telling themselves the same story. I just need to be patient. I just need the right opportunity. I just need to figure out my next chapter. I spent 20 years sitting with leaders in this exact position. Fortune 500 executives, healthcare system leaders, senior professionals who have checked every box and still feel like they're watching their career happen to someone else. And that is what I have found, that stuckness is all about within high performers. Almost never does it look like stuckness. It disguises itself. It hides behind the competence. Now, in this video, I'm going to show you the 5 signs, what is actually causing them, and the specific practice that addresses each one. Because getting unstuck is not about working harder or finding a better strategy. It's actually about closing the gap between who you are and how you lead. Let's jump into this. Now, before I walk through the 5 signs, I need to name something that most career advice completely ignores. The leaders I work with are not stuck because they lack talent. They have plenty of talent. They're not stuck because they lack effort or intelligence or ambition. They are some of the hardest working, most capable people in their organizations. But they're stuck because they have been conditioned by the system to define success in ways that have nothing to do with who they actually are. The system gave them the scoreboard, titles, compensation, recognition, and status, and they won on that scoreboard, convincingly, for years, maybe even decades. But winning on someone else's scoreboard is not the same as leading from your own identity. And at some point, the distance between those two things becomes unbearable. Not dramatically, not in a single crisis moment, slowly, quietly, in an accumulation of safe choices, edited opinions, and displaced instincts that compound over years until you're not even sure which version of yourself is the real one anymore. See, I'd call that the conviction deficit, the distance between what you privately know and what you publicly say, between who you actually are and who you've been performing as. The 5 signs I'm about to show you are all symptoms of that deficit. They're how it shows up in your career when you're not looking at it directly. And the reason I wrote my 6th book, Earning Conviction, is because I watched too many extraordinary leaders mistake these symptoms for normal career friction when they're actually something much deeper. Let us name them one at a time. This is the first sign, and it is the most common. And it is the most visible because it doesn't feel like silence. It actually feels like strategy. You're in a meeting. You have a clear read on the situation. You know what needs to be said, but you run it through the internal filter first. Is this safe? Will it land well? Is this the right room? Is this the right time? And by the time you finish filtering, you either say a softened version of what you actually think, or you say nothing at all. See, I call this ghost leadership. You are technically present, but your real perspective is absent. Every time you do it, the gap widens, fear compounds daily. Every choice teaches you that the same choice is the right choice, and slowly you lose access to the leader you actually are. Here's what most people do not understand about ghost leadership. It is exhausting, not the work itself, the management of the distance between what you know and what you say.